Hi everyone, I'm Wanda Kay, and I'd like to talk with you a little bit about supportive spouses. Yeah, that's right, getting into your business a little bit today. I have heard from a lot of people, and it's common. If this is happening with you, it's not unique to you. So don't beat yourself up like you found a special way to do something that caused you a little bit of a challenge as you move forward. But I hear from a lot of people sometimes who say, my spouse is just not supportive. Every time I talk about my business or every time I mention something, they just shut me down. They don't want to hear it. They're grumpy all the time. They're this, they're that, the other. And if that is you, if you're experiencing that, I want to talk to you a little bit. I want to ask you to consider what the experience is like from your spouse's perspective. First of all, your spouse married you. Your spouse did not marry your business. Your spouse did not marry your online marketing deal or whatever it is that you're doing. Your spouse married you. And long after business comes and goes at night, in the evenings and in the downtime, your spouse wants to be with you. And when you first start on your amazing journey, you're excited, you're anticipating this amazing result, and you can't wait to get started and get going. And your spouse is cautious because your spouse is in protection mode. Your spouse doesn't want to see you get hurt. Your spouse doesn't want to see you be disappointed. And guess what happens? The first time you hit a bump in the road, who are you talking to? When things don't go well, who are you bringing that home to? Who are you sharing that with? Now, keep in mind, your spouse did not sign up for what you signed up for. Your spouse does not share your vision or your dream of what you hope this can turn into, but you're sharing the frustration of your income-producing activities or your daily routine with your spouse. You're telling your spouse when something doesn't go well. You're maybe gossiping to your spouse about individuals who are with you in this journey. You're dumping all of the burdens and the weights of what you're doing onto your spouse, and you expect your spouse to deal with that and be happy about what it is you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, if that's what you're doing, oh, please stop. You're creating a very unhappy experience for someone who loves you and who's very protective of you and never wants to see you hurt. Sometimes what you need to do is you need to talk with your associates, talk with people who are on the journey with you, who understand the mechanics of what's going on and can help you troubleshoot it. You're expecting someone that's not his job or her job to help you do that. You know, if I was working as a secretary or an executive assistant, I would not expect my husband to show up on the job with me. I would not expect my husband to fight my battles for me. I would not expect my husband to find a way to help me stay employed or keep my spirits up so that I could go and have them tore down every day. Number one. Okay, and number two, once you've realized that it's just not your spouse's job to do that, your spouse loves you, your spouse is protective of you, and your spouse wants to be there for you. And sometimes when all your spouse sees is the bad part that you show him or her, their first piece of advice is get out of there because you're not sharing the successes and the happiness. Oh, you're happy to call and share that with your business associates, but are you sharing that with your spouse? You need to. You need to be sharing the good with your spouse. Do not expect your spouse to carry the burden of your vision and your hopes and your dreams when they didn't sign up. That's not what they're there for. Instead, let them reap the rewards and the benefits. Just as I would not take my spouse to work with me, I would not expect my spouse to show up and do the job with me. But I certainly will bring home a paycheck. And I certainly will let my spouse enjoy those rewards. And that's what I want you to do. Let your spouse's experience be one of joy. Let your spouse see you growing personally. If you're always surrounded by drama, imagine how delighted your spouse will be when you finally figure out That the people who are surrounded by drama are either creating it or they're attracting it, and you start working on you so that that's no longer the case. What a delighted spouse you're going to have when you suddenly gain confidence, when you start to grow, when you start to become the person he or she always knew you were and believed in, and that's why they married you. I hope this video has been a blessing to you. I hope it's given you something to think about, maybe challenged you in some ways you needed it, and I hope you will like, comment, and share. Have a great day, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.